Vatican archives, whenever they're going to be opened, are going to reveal extraordinary levels of details.
In China, like 3,000 years ago, they believe the afterlife.
Imagine discovering a hidden temple storing ancient knowledge that could rewrite history, only to be told you'll never be allowed inside. Today, we're exploring Earth's most tantalizing forbidden zones, archaeological treasures that remain locked away from even the world's top experts. What secrets could they be hiding? Mount Kailash, the untouchable mountain. Rising majestically from the Tibetan plateau stands Mount Kailash, a perfect pyramid of nature considered the spiritual center of the universe by 4 major religions. Unlike other famous peaks, no human has ever officially reached its summit. Not because they can't, but because they're not allowed to. Local beliefs maintain that attempting to climb this sacred mountain would bring catastrophic consequences. Even experienced mountaineers respect this prohibition, leaving the peak permanently untouched by human footsteps. The Forbidden Temple of Kailash. At the base of Mount Kailash sits a temple shrouded in mystery. Ancient texts describe it as a gateway to other realms, potentially housing artifacts of immense spiritual power. Local legends suggest vast underground chambers exist beneath the temple, containing scrolls from civilizations predating our recorded history. But religious authorities maintain strict control over access, ensuring that whatever secrets lie beneath remain undisturbed and unexplored. Mogao Caves, the sealed chambers. China's Mogao Caves represent one of Buddhism's greatest artistic treasures. Over 700 caves carved into cliff faces, adorned with priceless murals and sculptures spanning 1,000 years of history. While tourists can visit a small selection of these caves, many remain permanently sealed. The official explanation? Preservation concerns. But whispers among scholars suggest certain caves contain iconography and texts that challenge conventional historical narratives, artworks depicting technologies and concepts that shouldn't have existed in ancient times. The Hidden Library of Mogao. In 1900, a secret chamber was discovered within the Mogao Cave complex containing over 50,000 ancient manuscripts, the world's oldest dated printed book among them. Yet this discovery only raises more questions. What other chambers remain undiscovered? Chinese authorities maintain that additional sealed areas exist solely for preservation. But with only limited international access granted, we may never know what other historical treasures remain hidden within the complex's unexplored recesses. Vatican's secret archives. Knowledge under lock and key. Beneath Vatican City lies one of history's most tantalizing repositories of knowledge. Over 53 miles of shelving containing documents spanning 12 centuries. Despite the recent rebranding as the Vatican Apostolic Archives, access remains extraordinarily restricted. Even professional historians must specify exactly which documents they wish to view, making comprehensive research nearly impossible. What controversial historical records might be concealed within this labyrinth of knowledge? The Pope's private collection. Beyond the main archives lies an even more secretive collection, documents deemed too sensitive for even limited scholarly access. Rumors persist of texts related to early Christian controversies, alternative gospels, and correspondence that might challenge established church history. The Vatican maintains these restrictions protect fragile documents, but critics question whether some historical truths remain deliberately hidden from public view. Qin Shi Huang's tomb. The Emperor's Final Secret. China's first emperor, Qin Shi Huang, is famous for his terracotta army, thousands of life-sized clay soldiers guarding his tomb. Yet despite discovering this incredible outer necropolis, archaeologists have never breached the emperor's actual burial chamber. Historical accounts describe a tomb containing flowing rivers of mercury beneath a ceiling mapped with stars and constellations, a mechanical wonder of the ancient world. Modern tests confirm abnormally high mercury levels surrounding the unexcavated tomb. The booby-trapped mausoleum. Ancient Chinese texts describe elaborate defense mechanisms protecting Qin Shi Huang's inner tomb. Crossbows triggered by intruders and mercury rivers flowing by mechanical engineering. While some dismiss these as myths, Chinese authorities refuse excavation permits, citing both preservation concerns and potential hazards. Could functional ancient traps still guard the emperor's remains after 2,200 years? the truth remains sealed underground. Sacsayhuaman, the fortress of forbidden zones. Towering above Cusco, Peru, the ancient Incan fortress of Sacsayhuaman showcases engineering that defies explanation. Massive stones weighing up to 200 tons fitted together with microscopic precision without mortar. While tourists freely explore the main structures, significant portions remain off-limits, including underground chambers and tunnel systems. Local authorities and indigenous communities maintain these restrictions protect both physically fragile areas and spiritually significant spaces. Chincana, the labyrinth beneath. Beneath Sacsayhuaman lies Chincana, a network of tunnels said to connect to Cusco's Temple of the Sun. Local legends describe this as just one section of a vast underground network built by pre-Incan civilizations. While officially closed due to safety concerns, some researchers question whether these tunnels might contain evidence of technological capabilities that would force us to reconsider the timeline of human advancement. Library of Alexandria, the lost knowledge. The destruction of Alexandria's Great Library represents history's most infamous loss of knowledge. Housing up to 700,000 scrolls from across the ancient world, this repository of wisdom vanished in a series of disasters. Yet some historians believe significant portions may have survived, either removed before destruction or buried in undiscovered chambers beneath modern Alexandria. Egyptian antiquities authorities strictly control excavation permits, particularly in densely populated areas. The scrolls beneath the city. Ground-penetrating radar surveys have identified numerous anomalies beneath Alexandria's streets that could represent ancient structures, possibly including library annexes. But modern urban development makes extensive excavation nearly impossible. With each new construction project, artifacts occasionally surface, suggesting vast historical treasures remain entombed beneath the modern city, frustratingly out of reach. Antarctica, the frozen frontier. The southernmost continent remains Earth's least explored landmass, 90% covered in ice averaging over a mile thick. International treaties strictly regulate scientific activities, with archaeological exploration receiving minimal priority compared to climate and biological research. Yet persistent rumors of ancient structures beneath the ice continue to circulate among fringe researchers. The Antarctic Treaty Restrictions. The Antarctic Treaty System, established in 1961, effectively prohibits independent exploration of the continent. While primarily designed for environmental protection and scientific cooperation, these restrictions also prevent unauthorized archaeological investigations. When satellite imagery occasionally reveals geometric anomalies in the ice, official explanations typically cite natural formations. But with ground verification impossible for unauthorized researchers, speculation continues. Bosnian Pyramid Controversy, Mountains or Monuments? Outside Visoko, Bosnia, stands a controversial site that divides the archaeological community. A series of hills that some claim are actually the world's largest and oldest pyramids. Mainstream archaeologists dismiss these as natural formations, but proponents point to geometric precision and internal tunnel systems as evidence of ancient construction. Despite ongoing debate, comprehensive excavation remains restricted by local authorities. The Ravn Tunnels. Beneath the Bosnian pyramids lies an extensive network of tunnels known as Ravn. While portions have been cleared for tourism, many branches remain unexplored or deliberately blocked. Supporters claim these tunnels connect all the pyramid structures in a sophisticated network, while skeptics maintain they're natural formations or, at best, much younger mining tunnels. Without full archaeological access, the controversy persists unresolved. Mount Shasta, Legends of the Inner Earth. California's Mount Shasta rises as both a natural wonder and a nexus of mysterious legends. Native American traditions describe it as home to an ancient civilization, while modern esoteric groups claim it contains entrances to vast inner-earth cities. The mountain's more remote regions remain protected within wilderness areas, where archaeological excavation is prohibited by environmental regulations. The restricted caverns. Several cave systems within Mount Shasta remain either unexplored or undisclosed to the public. Government authorities cite safety concerns, environmental protection, and respect for indigenous sacred sites as justification for restricted access. Without proper archaeological investigation, we cannot determine whether these caves contain merely natural wonders or evidence of previous human habitation, as local legends suggest. Guanajuato Mummy Cave, the Sealed Chambers. Mexico's famous mummy museum displays dozens of naturally mummified bodies exhumed from a local cemetery. Less known is that these represent only a fraction of the mummies discovered. The original cave system where many were found remains largely off-limits to researchers and completely closed to the public. Mexican authorities cite preservation and respect for the dead as primary concerns. The unexplored depths. Beyond the initially discovered mummy chambers lie deeper caverns that remain unexplored by modern archaeologists. Local workers report additional passages and chambers potentially containing more preserved remains and artifacts. However, without official permission for thorough investigation, we can only speculate about what other historical treasures might lie in the darkness, waiting to be rediscovered. These forbidden sites prove that some of history's greatest mysteries remain deliberately hidden from us. What secrets might they contain? We may never know. If you're fascinated by these archaeological enigmas, hit that like button and subscribe for more explorations into history's greatest mysteries. The truth is out there, even if it's currently off limits.